Well, before we get out of here,
Yes.
something that relates to our 70s TV talk.
Okay.
Game shows were popular in the 70s.
Yes.
You know, Let's Make a Deal.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Joker's Wild.
Yeah. Match Game 76.
Yeah, those creep Gene Rayburn
Yeah,
ones.
exactly.
That guy was that guy was a fucking creep.
Yeah, he was a creep.
What was he? Was he a rapist or a pedo?
I'm gonna say pedo.
He looked the part, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He was a creepy dude.
Yeah, okay.
Then the Gong Show.
Chuck Barris.
And then the one
Card Sharks.
Yeah, that was a good one. Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares. What was the one with the dice? You had the big dice. Remember, and they throw them in the pit thing, and what was that one?
I don't recall what that was.
Oh man.
What the other one was? What's the one with Bob Barker?
Not Let's Make a Deal. Price is Right.
Price is Right. Well, the two that were most prevalent for me growing up was The Price is Right and Let's Make a Deal.
Okay.
Who hosted Let's Make a Deal? Do you remember who that was?
Monty Hall.
Well, Monty Hall is dead.
What? I didn't know he was still alive.
Monty Hall passed away this week.
How old was he? 100?
Close to it. 96.
Yeah, I was going to say, he was old when that show was on.
96.
Dude, that would have made... So, because he was like in his 50s when the show was on.
Yeah. He was no young guy. He was no young guy.
Yeah.
But Monty Hall, who co-created and hosted the game show Let's Make a Deal for nearly... How long do you think he did it?
Let's Make a Deal?
Yeah.
8 years.
Dude, come on.
Was it longer?
That's not even close.
20 years.
Not even close.
30?
Not even close.
50?
40 years.
Let's Make a Deal was on for 40
Yep,
years?
Let's Make a Deal for nearly 40 years.
Did you like that show?
It was a rival to The Price is Right.
Yeah, I hated Let's Make a Deal.
As you know, as far as game shows went as a kid in the 70s, you watched Let's Make a Deal and then you watched Price is Right.
I just always hated how they fucked with people. Because they'd like have the big curtain thing, which was supposed to have a car behind it. Instead, it would have like a cow with a fucking milking machine or something.
Well, on Let's Make a Deal, all the audience members or most of them would dress up.
Yeah, I hated
and then Monty Hall would go out in the audience and go, "I'll give you $100 if you've got a black magic marker in your purse."
Oh, I got one, Monty.
Exactly.
Yeah. And meanwhile, then you'd have some old lady going through her fucking purse, pulling out just bullshit, a fucking stray purple curler.
Exactly.
A fucking hair dryer.
Exactly.
Pennies and a can of chicken soup.
Sure.
And he would ask for the dumbest shit ever.
Well, that was the whole idea, though. Everybody would show up in a whack-ass costume and carry a bunch of wacky shit in their pockets or their purse, and he'd walk up and offer them money if they could produce something, that he asked for.
Yeah, I'll give you $35 if you have a fucking small piece of barbed wire in your purse.
Right.
What? Why would she have that? Dick?
Again, that just goes to show you how adept you were to the show.
Yeah, stupid show. I hated that show. And all the costumes were terrible. They weren't even good costumes.
This is where I need Chris Aiken to really show his hate.
All right.
I hated that show, and I'm glad he's dead.
I kind of am. Although that show's already being redone, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Sure, Let's Make a Deal is back with that fucking black dude that sings on every show. What's his name? He was on the comic one with Drew Carey.
And, what was his name?
Thing.
Brady?
Brady, not Tom Brady. Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady.
Let's see. Let's make a deal. I'm going to look right now and see. It's on CBS now, I think.
I have no idea.
Let me see. Who's the current host?
Kendall says it's Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady.
Yeah. He says, is Wayne Brady going to have to choke a bitch?
Yeah, that show stinks. Hey, look who it is. It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Meanwhile, it's a white guy with a fucking Kareem jersey on.
Right.
And a basketball under his arm. Yeah, hey, Kareem. Do you happen to have an extension cord in your pocket? Oh, well, then you get to play. It's so gay. Well, that fucking show.
Well, anyway, Monty Hall, who co-created and hosted Let's Make a Deal for nearly 40 years, died of heart failure Saturday at his home in Beverly Hills. He was 96.
Well, see ya.
Let's Make a Deal premiered in 1963, the year that I was born, and has been a staple in television ever since. Hall hosted various game shows and other programs in his early career until he developed Let's Make a Deal with creative partner Stefan Hattos, Hatos.
Okay.
The show became legendary for encouraging audience members to dress up in outlandish costumes in order to attract Hall's attention in hopes of being given the opportunity to win big. Deal's format revolved around allowing contestants to compete for prizes that then they would have a chance to trade up for more valuable prizes, albeit the risk of losing it at all with a zonk or a booby prize, which is what you're talking about.
Yes, that show sucked.
Hall famously at the end of each episode tempted contestants with the big deal option of choosing a prize package hidden behind door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3.
Right.
Hall and Hattos produced several other game shows under the production company through the 1970s and the 1980s. Hall continued to host Let's Make a Deal for nearly 5,000 episodes as the show traveled from NBC to ABC and finally primetime and syndication. The show revived by CBS for the daytime lineup in 2009 with comedian Wayne Brady as the host.
Oh, yeah.
Deal became so ingrained in pop culture that it spawned the Monty Hall problem, a thought experiment in probability that involved 3 doors, 2 goats, and a prize.
Okay. Terrific.
Okay, terrific. He received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1983, and as a Canadian native, that's something I didn't know.
I didn't know that.
Was named to the Order of Canada in 1988. I don't know what the Order of Canada is.
I don't know. Should have also been named to the fucking junk givers of America. Their fucking prizes were always shit. Even their good prize was always shit. You know, the guy, you didn't get the fucking camel, but instead you get a brand new vacuum cleaner.
Right.
Gee, thanks. It's fantastic. What'd that cost? $100? Thanks a lot.
Born Monty Halprin, I wonder if he's related to Ross.
Yeah, could be.
He was raised in Orthodox Jewish family in Winnipeg, where he started his career in radio.
Maybe that's why he gave away cheap prizes.
Racist. He is
a race? I'm a religist.
Right. He is survived by 3 children. Actress Joanne Gleason, who confirmed his death. TV executive Sharon Hall and TV producer Richard Hall a brother, and 5 grandchildren, and his wife, Marilyn, died in June.
You know what? I'm going to put a coffin behind one of these doors, and then two refrigerator boxes behind the other doors, and then they can pick which one that they want to fucking bury him in.
Right.
They can bury him in. Door number 1 might be a coffin, or it might be a piano box. Door number 2 might be a coffin, and door number 3 might be a coffin or a refrigerator box.
Right. So gauging from your commentary, Mr. Aiken.
Yes.
You do not like the game of chance.
I don't like that game of chance. I liked some of those game shows like Card Sharks and a few of them. You know, I liked some of them. I liked the ones that were like, again, the dirtier ones.
The dirtier ones. Yeah.
Was Match Game the one where they would go in and go blank you?
Yeah.
You know, that was Match Game, right? I liked that.
Yeah.
That was fun. Card Sharks was fun. The dice one was called High Rollers. Do you remember High Rollers?
Yeah. I do.
You know, High Rollers was good. Jeopardy was okay. The stupid ass Wheel of Fortune.
How about what was the one where the dating game?
Dating game, yeah, of course.
The dating game.
Yeah, make some whoopee.
And what was the other one? The newly married game or the newlywed game?
Newlywed game, yeah.
Yeah, that was the other one.
What was that host? That was another creep. The guy on the Newlywed Game.
Right.
What was his name?
He was Betty White's husband, wasn't he?
I don't know. I'm looking him up right now.
Something White, Alan White?
No, was it?
I think it was.
Newlywed Game. Who was the host? Where's the host of the? How come I can't find the host of the Newlywed Game? The Newlywed Game.
I thought it was Alan.
Bob Eubanks.
Okay.
That was the guy. What a fucking creep.
Who was that? Who was that? that game show host that killed himself? Was it Alan? It wasn't something Combs.
Ray Combs.
Ray Combs. Yeah, he killed himself, right?
Yeah. Name four things that I could use to kill myself. I'll use the one with the top answer. He was the Family Feud.
Right.
Show me shotgun.
Right.
Ding.
You sounded like George Costanza.
Oh yeah, Ray Combs. He was the one that killed himself. But I think he hung himself, actually.
Well, he did kill himself, though.
Yeah, how did you... Let's look him up. How did Ray Combs MBS die? Ray Combs. Suicide by hanging.
Yeah.
Show me 6 feet of rope. Ding.
I heard that Chris Cornell was a big fan of his.
Yeah.
So was Chester Bennington.
Yeah. Both of those on the Family Feud now just have an empty first spot.
Right.
with a rope just laying on the desk there. Just put a rope on top of the desk at the first position.
Sure.
Every time they come back to the rope, they give it a strike automatically. Yeah. Sorry, you didn't answer correctly. Your answer of killing yourself was not correct. Richard Dawson.
Yeah.
That was another fucking creepy guy.
Yeah, he's dead too.
All those guys were creeps.
Yeah.
But you know Richard Dawson. You think Richard Dawson was fucking some of them women?
Hard to say, but he was, what was he, Newkirk on Hogan's Heroes?
Hogan's Heroes, yeah.
Yeah.
He went from brilliant radio operator to game show host. Remember that guy built a radio out of a fucking coffee pot?
He did.
He was pretty fucking smart.
He was.
And then what did he do? Now he's up there fucking trying to get the top 5 answers to, the best place to masturbate.
Too funny.
Game shows were the shit, man. But I'll tell you what, they were the shit for their time. Again, like we were talking about earlier, for their time, they were great.
Right.
Because now you can't get a game show to work at all. What was the last game show that worked? The Weakest Link?
That worked?
Yeah.
Well,
that was 7-8 years.
Yeah. Well, the two staples that are still on the air, I think, is obviously Family Feud. That's gone through several hosts.
Yeah.
And that seems to remain popular. And then, of course, Wheel of Fortune,
and Jeopardy.
And
Jeopardy.
Yeah, what's the one that what's his face from Cleveland still hosts?
From Cleveland?
Yeah, the comedian.
Oh, Price is Right.
Price is Right.
Yeah. Yeah, Drew Carey.
Yeah, he's from Cleveland.
The last big new one would have been what? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah, exactly. And that's almost 20 years already.
Yeah. And they've had others, like they had that LeBron James show that fucking tanked last year. Whatever that was called, Millions or something. I don't remember what that was, but it fucking went away fast. And what was the one with the fucking weirdo that's got the germphobe? Howie Mandel. The Cases.
I never saw it.
Deal or No Deal. Deal or No Deal, where they would put up like 50 fucking models up on a stage, each of them holding a briefcase, and they were smoking fucking hot. And then they'd answer questions, and then they could pick a number, and they could open the case or some shit.
I never saw it.
It was, I watched it a little bit. It wasn't so bad. That one wasn't terrible, but yeah, there's really, I think because people don't watch TV like they used to, nobody's going to watch. Tell me if you think this is a wrong statement, but I think going forward, there's never going to be a TV show that is as big as any of those shows that we're talking about right now, because nobody's going to wait around for a certain time to watch it.
No, everything's on demand anymore, and it just, that era of television is over.
Yeah. Can you imagine today, whatever the show is? I don't know if you're even watching a show right now, but if there's a show that you're watching, Ray Donovan, say, can you imagine saying, man, I got to not have anything to do Sunday night because I got to watch me some Ray Donovan? Can you imagine doing that?
No, I haven't. I have literally not watched a network style television show in years.
Yeah. I mean, I watch a few. I still watch Chicago PD and Chicago Fire. And what's the other one that I watched? SVU. Those are my 3. And yeah, other than that, and even those, I don't watch them every week. I tend to kind of let them like build up for like 3, 4, 5 weeks. And then I binge watch them. Then I watch like 4 or 5 hours of whatever show. So, I can't imagine anymore saying, oh shit, I got to get out of this traffic and get home because I don't want to miss the wheel. I got to get my dinner and get the wheel on.
Right.
I got to play Jeopardy tonight. I can't imagine when our generation dies, because it's mostly people our age and older that are watching that shit, isn't it?
Yeah. And I literally have not seen any of that stuff in years.
Yeah. What I'm saying, I mean, what's fascinating to me, and you may not even be aware of this. Do you realize all the same kind of shows are on that were on in the 80s when you get home during the week? You got news on the networks, at 6 o'clock, 6 to 7 is news. Then you got a couple of game shows on one channel. Then you got a couple of the celebrity, like Entertainment Tonight. Entertainment Tonight is still out there somewhere. You know, you got those entertainment type shows. And then you go into prime time. And then the prime time is all fucking shitty sitcoms and you know, poorly acted dramas. It's crazy. It's the same as it's been as long as I can remember.
Right. Well, I haven't watched any kind of a network-style TV for a long time.
What was the last thing you watched? Sons?
Yeah, but I didn't even watch that on, like, FX. I watched that on
Chromecast?
Yeah, or Chromecast, or when they made it available the next day.
Right, yeah.
What was that, on Amazon, or...
Yeah, I think you could buy the seasons on Amazon.
I think I bought the seasons. I actually bought it.
That's what I did
to
too.
where, you know, you could buy it the next day.
Yeah, because it was cheap. It was like $20 for the whole season.
Yeah, it was really inexpensive. So I didn't even watch it on FX.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same way anymore. I can't fathom what, you know, if it's not sports, I have no need to watch it live. You know, I mean, sports, the only reason you have to with sports is because you fucking see the score.
Sure. Well,
You
the one that I just started watching this week, which is actually kind of just mindless, silly, you know, lighthearted humor, is a series. I guess it's on like one of the network channels, but they offer it on Netflix.
Okay.
It's called The Good Place.
I can't say I know
it's with Kristen Bell and Ted Danson.
Okay.
And Kristen Bell, she basically died.
Okay.
And she goes to, they don't use the term heaven and hell. They either refer to it as the good place or the bad place.
Okay.
And she was a real shitty human being while she was on Earth.
Okay.
But she has the same name as a woman who died at the same time, who was actually a good person, and she was a shitty person, but she ended up in the good place when she should have gone to the bad place.
All right, so God is stupid.
Well, yeah, more or less.
Okay.
And they couldn't figure out how the glitch happened.
Right.
But because she was a bad person in the good place, a lot of anomalies were happening in the good place, like it started raining garbage from the sky and all kinds of shit. Because she was tainting the perfect utopia.
Right.
It's actually kind of funny.
All right, that sounds okay.
So that's the only new series that I'm watching that airs on a network, but they offer it on Netflix.
And now I watch a bunch of series, but I just don't watch network ones. You know, like I just finished the current season of Ballers, which is awesome. That's with The Rock,
Okay,
Dwayne Johnson. But that's I have to have the real talk now. I have to have them talking about fucking and pussy cunt bitch fuck has to be said on my shows. And Ballers was great. It's about being super agents for the NFL, which was fucking really good, and how they fucking buy their athletes pussy to get them fucking signed and shit. You know, it's just good.
Sure.
It's just a good show. That I watched that. I watched Ray Donovan. I watched Homeland. I watch a silly one called Silicon Valley on HBO. I just started a new one that's only 2 episodes in, and I really, really like it. And I think it's going to be fucking amazingly good once they get their full rhythm going. It's called The Deuce.
Okay.
It's on HBO.
Is that about 70s porn or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff, yeah. Fucking awesome. Just seedy, dirty. James Franco is a creep, and it's fucking great. It's really good. I only watched the first episode today, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna like this show.
Dirty 70s porn.
It's not really porn. It's just fucking 70s in general, 70s New York City.
Right.
And all the crazy shit that went down there, you know, around, you know, because that's when like Studio 54 and everything else was kicking. but it's not like the glamorous side. It's like the dirty side of fucking 70s New York City.
Sure.
It's really fucking strong. So that's a good one that I just started. So I'll keep people informed on how that one goes. But HBO and Showtime is about where it's at right now. Those are fucking that's where you can watch some good shows.
Yeah. Well, everybody's in such sharp competition with the online shows.
Yeah.
Since Netflix has really stepped up their game and has come up with some pretty good original, series, as well as Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So now HBO has to really step up their game and really put out some good series because, obviously in the 90s into the 2000s, HBO had some really good series like Curb Your Enthusiasm and obviously The Sopranos and what was it, like Deadwood?
Yeah.
And what was the other one? Boardwalk Empire.
Weeds was popular. 6 Feet Under.
Right.
True Blood. They've had a lot of good ones. Dexter. No, that's Showtime.
Yeah.
But lots of good ones. Speaking of Curb starts tomorrow or today.
Does it?
Yeah.
The new one, huh? After like a 5 or almost 6 year hiatus?
Yeah. Well, it's back.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Like I said, the only time that I've ever envied you is the chance that you got to meet Larry David.
Yeah, that was fun, man. That was definitely quite a moment.
Because I'm a big fan.
Yeah, but Curb starts on the 1st tomorrow night. So
okay.
I'm trying to think what else. There's really not a ton this year, but you have the Amazon, don't you?
I do.
I'll have to send you a little link to something else to put on your stick. Something that you need to have so that you can have Showtime, Cinemax, HBO, all that shit.
All right.
Sure you won't mind.
No, I definitely want to catch the new Curb Your Enthusiasm. That's for sure. Yeah.
But I love it. Do you think that Amazon does a good job with their series though? Like
the series, not so much.
Yeah,
but they do have a lot of the I think probably the majority of what I watch on Amazon is the documentaries.
Yeah, I'm the same way. But whatchamacallit, Amazon tries to do series, but they're just not good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've had a few that were like, I like that show Bosch, which is like a cop show.
Right.
And it's good, but it's not as good as if it would have been on Netflix and had a couple more dollars behind it.
Right.
And like they did another one called City of God, which is it has Clay.
Right.
It has Clay, and then it has another guy that's like well-known black guy. So well-known, I can't think of his name. But
racist.
I know.
Yeah, you can remember Clay's name, but you can't remember the black guy's name.
Yeah, because I don't think I watched a show that the black guy was in, but I recognize him. But what was the guy's name that was in Rwanda, the Hotel Rwanda? It's that guy.
I didn't see it.
I think it's that guy.
Yeah, I don't watch TV shows or series or movies with black people in it.
Jesus. But City of God was pretty good and a cool premise about it was like a guy that was trying to reform himself from being a criminal, but then he starts murdering people again. It's good. I mean, that one was pretty good. I love that show Catastrophe as a comedy, but then that's about it. That after that you got, and I watch all of them because like you, I where you and I are different. I love those I like shows more than movies. Like you seem like you like movies.
Yeah, I do like movies.
And I'll bet I don't watch 10 movies a year. I watch shows. I'll watch shows all day long if they get my attention. But I try every one of these online shows now because my choices are that or turning on to SVU and having some guy get caught raping a kid and go, "Hey, you knock it off, you stupid jerk." Which I can't take that. I can't take it. But when I go to the Amazon shows, the shows just aren't, like they have a show called Sneaky Pete that has that, what's his name? Del Toro? Giovanni Del something.
Right. I know who you're talking about.
So is that his name's Del Toro, right? Giovanni Del Toro?
Right.
Is that his name? But you would think with that guy in, and that guy has like an Academy Award, that it would be a fucking good show. And it's just a paycheck show for him.
Sure.
It's just not good, not compelling, whatever. And then I flip over to Netflix and I watch something like Ozark or something with Jason Bateman, which is just fucking excellent. Just excellent. But they have the money to do it. Netflix. That seems to be the big difference. Is that that Netflix is putting in the money to make their shows, and Amazon's just not quite there yet.
Right.
Which is too bad because they're wasting some good ideas. But anyway, I'm sure we don't want to stay up all night long listening to me rant and rave about TV shows.
We love our TV.
I do. I love it. All in for TV.
Sure. All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. I hope you enjoyed our TV talk tonight.
Yeah.
All of our 70s talk, and those of you who are old enough to remember that shit.
Yeah.
And it was fun. It was just a nice rant fest tonight.
Yeah, it really was no direction tonight.
No, not at all.
That's all right.
That's what you get.
Best kind, aren't they?
Yeah, it is. All right, well, let's get out of here. I'm going to leave you with something from, let me check this out real quick. Let's play something from the band Breaker.
All right.
Another Cleveland band that our good friend Bill Peters allowed us to play from his catalog.
Yep.
And are they still active, do you know, or not?
They are not active, but they are playing a show, a reunion show, as part of Bill's annual food drive. And I don't know the date off the top of my head, but it's also the same night as the Mighty Night Demon will be recording their live album.
Okay.
In Cleveland. It's I'm not sure what the date is of it. I should be punched for not knowing that, but it's coming soon. I know that.
All right. Well, let's get out of here. Let's play probably one of my favorite tunes from them. Let's play some Get Tough.
All right.
All right, we're going to get out of here. We'll be back next Saturday. Everybody have a safe and enjoyable weekend. So this is Neely along with my very good friend
Chris Hagan.
And we're gone.
Bye, kids.